So I don't know, I won't be finishing that series for sure. Hey artists and art lovers, it's Allison, and I'm here on another episode of Drawing Refusing to Fade. Today's good news is about an 11-year-old boy who opened a lemonade stand and used his profits, which were considerable, to purchase and donate 22,000 diapers to single moms. The story is totally sweet, it's so heartwarming, and I have the link in the bio. So despite that really sweet, awesome, heartwarming news, I'm actually so annoyed today. And this is kind of gonna be a little bit of, I just had to get these feelings out because I'm so annoyed. So I was reading a fantasy series and I adore fantasy. Like, it's one of my favorite genres, if not my favorite genre. And my one qualm with it is that, I will try to draw a little bit while I do this rant, but I'm just like so annoyed. So my one qualm with the genre is that there are not a lot of people of color typically in fantasy for whatever reason. There's dragons, there's zombies, there's trolls, there's gnomes, but it's like black people don't exist. So I was really thrilled when I started reading the series that had a black character who was beautiful, strong, influential, totally amazing. Now, I won't name the series because I'm annoyed at it and it could also be spoilers, but if you want to know for whatever reason, you can just comment and ask and I'll reply and tell you. So I knew after, once I met this black character, I already knew that she was gonna die because it's fantasy. It's pretty expected that a few main characters will die, and also in just about every genre the black character dies. So I was like, whatever, I love this character, when she dies it's gonna be fine. I made my peace with it and I was like, I'll just enjoy the time while she's here, whatever. Normally the main, when a main character dies, they're given a really proud kind of epic death. There's a battle, there's a moment of truth, there's a moment of strength, and you get the opportunity to really admire that person's bravery. This black character was not afforded any of that. It was like an afterthought. They just found her and her body. So not only was she robbed of the opportunity to show off her strength in battle, never once in the series did she ever get to do anything awesome, but they found her body mutilated along with her guards who were also black, and it was the most gruesome murder scene that had been yet described in the series, and it was just used as shock value. The whole purpose of this black character dying was just to motivate the white main character into this savior mindset. And that's what really bothers me. This character was, again, strong, influential, important, and described as having more mental fortitude than any of the other main characters. She had a determination that no one else had realized yet. And yet somehow, before even getting to do anything that mattered, she was just tossed away and used as a catalyst for, again, the white main character to get her shit together and feel something. I'm gonna draw a little bit. So this is, I'm sure you know, a trend in fantasy and in TV shows and literature in general. We all expect the token black character to die, and that sucks. But what really bothers me about this, what really bothered me about this death and reminded me of other deaths, is that this character did not get to do anything. They were not even written as a person. They were written with the sole purpose of just developing another character. It's why even have them there? Why go through all the trouble of including diversity if you're just gonna snuff it out and use it to propel the white people along? Okay, and then my other issue with this is not just the death, it's the manner. The fact, again, that it was more brutal than any other death scene in the series, the way she was found. Again, unnecessary. Why do this to the one black character when you didn't do it to any of the other characters. And this is not the only series that's done this. This is a trend in so many TV shows, horror movies, literature, fantasy series, and I don't even need to give examples because I know that several have come to your mind already. And besides that, I don't actually enjoy reliving these moments because they're not pleasant. Really finding it hard to like draw and like be this upset because I don't want to put all that anger into this. I just want to put like whatever. Anyway, another reason that this is so harmful, besides just the trauma of constantly having to see yourself minimalized to nothing in a show or in a book, is that it normalizes the idea of black people being mutilated, being murdered, and then it just being like whatever, that's normal. Because think about it, if you're used to seeing black people on TV shows like murdered and just like left for dead, harmed in ways that the white characters aren't, are you really gonna think twice when you see it happen on the news? And not only does this practice of just killing off black characters normalize seeing the deaths of black people in real life, it normalizes this expectation that black people are nothing more than catalysts for their white counterparts, and that they can't, no matter how great they are, achieve anything on their own. It has to be supplemental to someone else's success. And if it's not, then they're just killed. So, I don't know, I won't be finishing that series for sure. I'm just completely sick of it. I'm sick of watching shows that do this to people. I'm sick of reading books that do this to black people. And I'm doing this rant while working on, all of that is why I've made this drawing, because I want to symbolize like this black woman breaking the cycle of all these ridiculous stereotypes and ridiculous practices, like breaking that stream of thought that's existed forever that we can't do anything other than help along the other characters who aren't black and then collapse in the process. Like, I just want us to break that cycle. I'm so over it. It's 2020. I feel like we can do better. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but like I think eventually we can get to a point where we stop doing that. I feel like if you're smart enough to write an entire series, you should be smart enough to not rely on these tired tropes, right? So here I am making this drawing, instilling all of that passion into it, because I'm not a writer. I probably will never be able to write a great series where the black person lives till the end, but there are authors doing that. I've found them. I'm gonna read their books, and I'm just gonna like probably take a break from fiction in general because it consistently disappoints me. And what I can do to try and hammer this point and contribute to change is make art about it and this YouTube video. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stop being racist. Stop writing like that. You can do better. And I'll talk to you later.